Today I'm going to show you how to find the secrets of the Sunken Kingdom and get the Curse of Sunken Sorrow. With the recent update, Sea of Thieves has added the Sunken Kingdom to the game. This is a new area under the waves that consists of 9 new explorable locations, 3 treasuries and 6 shrines. The treasuries aren't important to this video, so I'm not going to mention them. The shrines are what we're really looking for. Now, a shrine is a massive siren structure built under the water. Each one has its own perils, which can either be puzzles, sirens, ocean crawlers, a whole bunch of things, but what they also have is secrets in the form of journals. There are 5 journals for every shrine, each shrine having a different author for their journals. These authors range from established lore characters like Duke and Umbra to newer characters like Yene and Belle. Now, all of these journals paint a bigger picture for the lore of the Siren King and Queen. When you're actually doing this, I highly recommend reading the journals, as the lore is very interesting. It's not necessary, but you can. Now, I'm just going to quickly do a basic outline of how you get the curse, just so you understand what you're getting into. Now, the Curse of Sunken Sorrow is obtained from completing Lorena's Legend of the Sunken Kingdom voyage. Now, this voyage does take quite a while. The thing you gotta worry about right now is to purchase the voyage, you have to have the commendation, The Mysteries of the Sunken Kingdom, which requires you to read every journal found in the shrines, which is a total of 30. Now, it is worth noting, if you have a friend who has already read all the journals, they can buy the voyage for you, and then you can get the curse without having to get the journals. Now, if you think you may have already found some journals, or just don't remember which journals you found, there's a pretty easy way to check. So go into your Reputations tab, and then Build Rats, then Sunken Kingdom. On the second page here, we're looking for the commendations marked Mystery of the Shrine of, and the shrine name. These commendations are to find the 5 journals within that shrine, so you can know how many journals from that shrine you found. And the Mystery of the Sunken Kingdom shows you how many journals you found total. Now quickly, let's just go over finding a shrine. On the map, you can see the shrines. They look like this. Each one has a slightly different icon. Remember, shrine. Treasuries don't have journals. Now, when you actually get near the shrine on the map, you'll see this like glowing purple aura kind of thing. Go park by that and then just swim directly down. The entrances to the shrines normally have glowing coral around them, so just look for anything that looks glowy and go that way. It is also quickly worth mentioning that the journals are marked with a number, so 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Normally you can find them in order, so if you find 3 and then 5, 4 is probably somewhere behind you. Though there are a few shrines you can find them in a different order without backtracking. Also, the journal only counts as read if you click through all the pages and then hit the back button at the end. If you hit escape or any other thing to get out of it, it doesn't count. We're going to get to the actual shrines now. There's going to be a chapter for every shrine, so if you need a specific one, check that. We're going to start with the 2 shrines in the Ancient Isles, then move up through the Shores of Plenty, and then to the Wilds. Now we're going to start with the Shrine of Ancient Tears. You know how I just said some of the shrines had journals that you got in different orders other than number order? Yeah, this is that one shrine. So once you get into this shrine, you're going to be greeted with this massive area. First of all, you're going to want to run down to the central bit here and grab the journal beside this like little altar thing. The author of the journals here is Umbra. Then run back up the stairs and climb this ladder, and then go up here. Flick this switch, which will lower the water level in the next room. Then jump into the pool of water in the middle of the room. Swim over here and grab the second journal. If you light these little braziers on fire, it opens the door behind you and you can go get some more treasure over there. Now, this is where it goes kind of weird. Off in this treasure room, you can flick the switch and it'll open back to the main room. In the main room, you're going to want to run around and light the braziers and step on the pressure plates all the way around. Step on the 4 pressure plates, light the 4 braziers, and the door behind the waterfall over here will open. Now, once you walk into this room, on the barrels to your right, there will be the 5th journal. Not the 3rd, but the 5th. There's probably some way to get the other ones first, but I'm still not entirely sure how the puzzles work in this shrine. Before you leave, you're going to want to light the 4 braziers in this room. Then the other door across the hallway will open. Now, once you get into this hallway, you're going to want to turn right, go all the way down until you find this switch with like a butterfly over it. Then run back down the hallway, and on your left will be a 2nd butterfly lever. And then when you get to the end of this hallway, there'll be a 3rd butterfly lever, and that'll open the door. Then go left down this hallway, then turn right here, right again, and there is the 3rd journal. And then go back to where you would turn right to go to the big room, except turn left. In this room behind this pillar, there is the 4th and final journal. Now that is all the journals. There is still plenty of treasure in this vault if you want to go looking. The journals are just fairly out in the open. And now you should have the commendation, Mystery of the Shrine of Ancient Tears. Next is the Shrine of Tribute. Now this one's a bit interesting. The door is actually in this little circle of stone. Flick this lever to open the door. This is a flooded shrine, so it's mostly underwater. Now, continue down to this area, you're going to see one of the siren statue puzzle murals. The chain goes down, coral goes middle, and the gem goes up. This is important to keep track of. Now, right underneath this mural is the first journal. The author of the journals here is Suds. Now, once you've gotten this journal, you're going to look at the mural, and you're going to look to your right. Go down that passageway. Continue down that passage until you find this vent, and near the base of it, you'll find the second journal. Once you've gotten that, continue down this path. On your left, there'll be a mermaid statue. Beside that mermaid statue is the first of the siren statues. Keep going down the tunnel past the enter statue, and near this bunch of red coral, you'll find on this little stone platform, the third journal. Once you've gotten that journal, turn around and go back to the conch siren statue, and then you'll enter a big room. Now, once you get into this room, there are stairs leading to the back either way, and at the top of these stairs, you'll find the second of the siren statues. Once you've done that, head back into the water, and behind the giant statue in the chair, there's a crack in the wall. Swim through that, and you'll find the third and final statue. Once you've entered the correct combination, swim out and hit the conch shell siren statue, and that'll make the water rise. Once this happens, you'll gain access to this new little upper bit. Now you're going to want to do the parkour over to this little area and grab the journal on this little coral plateau thing. Now you may have noticed on the floor in this room, there are 3 pressure plates. One directly beneath the journal, one on the other side of the throne, and one in another room. It doesn't matter what order you step on them. In fact, I think my footage is reverse of that, but just jump on all of them. If you did it all fast enough, the big throne in the middle will slide back, revealing a secret passage. Then swim down underneath this statue, continue swimming until you get to this room, with the 5th and final journal for the shrine on the table. You should now have Mystery of the Shrine of Tribute. Next is the Shrine of Ocean's Fortune. Now this shrine has one of the more complex puzzle systems, so I'll explain the puzzles when we get to them. Now, as soon as you enter the shrine, you're going to want to turn right and walk to this pile of wreckage, and there is your first journal. Also, the journals in the shrine are written by Yane. Next, you're going to have to climb the ladder in the middle bit, over here, and you're going to want to go to this pulley on your left and move this platform so you can jump across, then open this door. And right after you open the door, just to your left should be the second journal. Now, before you leave this area, raise this capstan, jump across here, and then pull down this pulley, and then go up and then over the mast. In the tunnel past the mast, on your left, is the third book. Now, at the top of this room, you'll encounter another different puzzle. How it works is once you drop this capstan, these 2 platforms will start rotating. You have to jump from one to the other while it's moving. If you mess it up, just raise the capstan and do it again. Now, in this room, kind of around this figurehead bit in the middle, there's a piece of a shipwreck with the 4th book on it. Now, in this room, each of these wheels turns this massive mast in the middle, spinning in various directions, which you'll need to put them in the correct position to get across. Now, right near the top of this room, when you get to this mermaid, turn right and go down the shipwreck, and near the end of it, you'll find the 5th and final book. Now you should have the commendation Mystery of the Shrine of Ocean's Fortune. Onto the Shrine of Coral Tomb. Now, once you get to this shrine, you're going to be greeted by one of the waterfall slides from, the Tall Tales, which basically will throw you into this big pit of water. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is swim down to the bottom of this pool, and on the rock circle, you'll find Journal 1. The author for the journals here is Belle. Now, once you're done reading that, if you look on the wall, you'll see this picture of a merfolk, and then with 3 symbols above them. The gem, the coral, and the chain. The order of these is very important. Now, on the walls of this room, there's 3 little alcoves, each with a different color of coral. 1 blue, 1 yellow, and 1 red. Now, within the blue one is a lever with a chain icon. You're going to need to search around the area for the gem and the coral levers. The coral levers are also color-coded, so the 2 you're looking for right now will have blue coral around them. Then the next 2 will have yellow, and then the next 2 will have red. Flick the gem one, then the coral one, and then click the chain one. And once you've done that, a few things will happen. The yellow gate will open, and a cave that should be to your left if you're looking out from the blue alcove will open as well. Swim over to this, and in here you'll find another one of the levers along with the second journal. Now again, look for the gem, the coral, and then the chain levers. The chain one is always the one in the coral alcove. Once you've triggered these 3, again, 2 things will happen. The red alcove will open, and a door near the bottom edge of the pool will open. In that room is again another lever, along with the third journal. Once you've read that journal, just find the 3 levers again, trigger the red alcove, and that'll make the water rise. Now, once the waters rise, it'll allow you to access this cave, which should be to your left. Within there is the 4th journal. Now, once you've walked out of that cave, swim straight ahead. There should be this, kind of wall of skulls over here that you can go up. Go up to the top there, and then beside this mermaid statue is the 5th and final journal. You should now have Mysteries of the Coral Tomb. Next is the Shrine of Hungering. Now, this shrine's entrance is actually not in the main spire, it's actually off to the side a little bit. Again, follow the glowing coral. Now, once you get into this first tunnel here, make sure you grab the first journal, which is in the hands of this skeleton on the ocean floor. The author of the journals here is Mercia. Also, just a heads up, this shrine is called the Shrine of Hungering for a reason. There's lots and lots of sharks. Now the puzzles here are just the mermaid arm moving puzzles. If you don't know how these work, on the wall you'll see these depictions of the mermaid statues holding their arms in a specific way. If you hit the statues, they'll move their arms in that way. Then you shoot the big one with the horn, and then it triggers the water to rise. Go onto this safe platform, and in this rowboat you will find the second book. And then just continue up the shrine until you get to this platform here with the geyser. Now you want to try to avoid this geyser, because right behind it on the right is the third journal. If you do get hit by the geyser though, you can just jump back. Now once you've gotten that one, you're going to want to jump across these ribs over to this area. Don't go through the big jaw yet, instead continue down the ribs, and on this platform you'll find the fourth journal. Then go back over the ribs, open the bubble wall here by shooting the coral, swim up, open the next bubble wall, and right at the base of this one you'll find the fifth and final journal in the hands of the skeleton. Try to make sure there aren't any sharks in this room, because they will eat you while you're trying to read it. You should now have Mystery of the Shrine of Hungering. Next is the Shrine of Flooded Embrace. Now the entrance to this shrine is actually on the very top of the spire in this shipwreck, so just go through here and open this door. Now once you're in the actual shrine, you're going to want to swim up into the bottom deck of the galleon, and up on the shore here you'll find the first journal. The author here is Duke. Now once you've gotten that journal, swim out into the open. Now you're going to want to look around for this plateau with a shipwreck on it. You're going to want to swim under this, look up, and then open this brig door, and the second journal is in there. Once you've done that, you're going to want to continue swimming down until you find this like bubble wall, and shoot this like glowing coral, swim in, and the third journal will be in here. Then swim back outside the room until you see on this like coral platform the fourth journal. Then once you've gotten that, swim all the way to the bottom, and then in this shipwreck you'll find the fifth and final journal. Now you should have Mystery of the Flooded Embrace. Now that you've found all the journals, Lorena will now sell you the Legend of the Sunken Kingdom Voyage for 50 doubloons. Now, ideally you want to start this in the wilds, just if you can. It's not a big deal, it just means it'll take a little longer if you don't. Once you start this voyage, you'll get two things. A note from Humphrey the Gold Hoarder, and the Wayfinder Compass. This note basically tells you don't dig up the chest without a good reason. A curse is a good reason. Now, you're going to take this Wayfinder Compass and look around. Now, if you don't know how these work, basically it'll point to where you need to go, but it's a little finicky. If you notice the compass slow down when you're looking at a direction, like if it swivels side to side and then stops for a second, that's the direction you have to go. It'll lead to an island, and it'll move faster and faster the closer you are to the treasure. Once you get on the island, it should start like jittering back and forth. That means you're really close. Once you're standing over the treasure, it'll start spinning in circles, and that means to dig. Once you found the forbidden coral chest, you should get another note from Humphrey. This one telling you that a scholar hid the keys and buried the notes with their locations for safekeeping. Now you're going to want to follow the Wayfinder Compass again to another island. Once you get there, again, dig when the compass starts spinning in circles, and you'll find a note from the scholar. This one telling you to seek the Shrine of Hungering, door sealed tight by coin of gold. Find the coin as was foretold. Place it near the door to stay, a trail of riches leads the way. Now, the important part here is the seek the Shrine of Hungering and a trail of riches leads the way. Once you get into the shrine, continue up until you get to the big megalodon jaw. Now beside this, you may have noticed this weird looking door with this circle and triangle symbol within it. This is the door sealed type by coin of gold. Now the a trail of riches leads the way is referencing the trail of gold leading from this door away. This trail eventually leads back to this kraken spine, and on top of it is the coin of gold. I don't actually have footage of picking this up, but it's up here. Now you're going to take this coin and go back to the door and put it on the pedestal. This will then open the door and give you another scholar's note along with one of the 3 forbidden keys. The keys can be a bit finicky, I've heard, so don't put the key in the chest yet. Just leave it beside the chest for now. Also, don't hand the chest to the mermaid statues that I've heard can bug out the voyage. Now, the next scholar's note will tell you to seek the Shrine of Ocean's Fortune. Take the key and pass the test. Put the shining coin to rest. Where does it lie? I do not know. The answer scattered gold will show. Pretty much the exact same thing. Head to the Shrine of Ocean's Fortune, leave the chest and the key on your boat, and once you get into the shrine, again, continue all the way to the top, and you'll find another one of these doors. Follow the trail of gold, which leads down above the captain's quarters of the shipwreck. Just on the coral shelf here you can find it. Now again, behind the door you'll find another forbidden key and another scholar's note. This note telling you to seek the Shrine of Ancient Tears, how to pass the sealed door, cast your gaze upon the floor, fallen treasure you can trace, put the coin back in its place. Again, exact same thing. Head to the Shrine of Ancient Tears. This time, bring your chest and keys down. You probably want to put the 2 keys in and then bring it down. Now, in the central area here, you'll find, again, one of those sealed doors. and follow the gold trail leading up. This time it leads to this closed door. To open this door, run around the room and step on all these pressure plates and the door should slide open. And on top of the arm of this throne, you'll find the third and final coin of gold. Then head back down to the closed door, open it, take your forbidden key, and use it to unlock your forbidden coral chest. Within your coral chest, you will find the mysterious ancient key. If you look at this item, you can hit read inscription, and it just says, an inscription reads, "At the shrine of ancient tears within the secret chamber, her curse awaits." Now, basically what this means is just to your left if you're in the shrine, there's this big table with a triangle shape carved out of it in the middle. Basically, you take this key, you put it in there, it opens the door to your left. Now within this secret room lies one final journal, War Below the Waves. And this is a fairly long journal. I would still read it, but if you don't want to, you can just spam continue until it completes. If you just want me to summarize, here you go. This journal tells of a great warrior who single-handedly stopped the Siren advances. She ventured into the sea to fight them, but when she returned, the ancients sensed the presence of a dark curse within her. So they sacrificed her and buried her in the shrine deep below the waves. Well, found her corpse and now you're cursed. Have fun. So congratulations on that. You're cursed now. So now if you go back to your vanity chest, you can just go to curses here, equip the curse. It looks like this. It's pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. I will try and answer them as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday.